Hello, I'm Wendy Wilson, and I'd like to welcome you to another edition of Realizing Potential. Albany State University is preparing for the most wonderful time of the year, Homecoming 2017. I have some representatives from our logistical planning committee, and they are here to specifically to discuss the Homecoming Parade, which is a staple of the festivities. And so I'll begin to my immediate right in the back. If you all could introduce yourselves, and we'll talk about your respective roles. Yes, sir.
I'm Chief Deputy Anthony Dons with Albany and Dorder Marshals Division.
Pleasure to have you.
Lieutenant William Dowdale, Albany Police Department.
Yes.
Interim Assistant Chief Marcus Guest, ASU Police Department.
Very good. Last, certainly not least.
And Lori Farkas, I'm the parade coordinator.
Very good. Thank you so much for joining me today. And again, I've always said this. I've had an opportunity to promote the parade for as long as I've been with Albany State University. And it's always an exciting time of year. And one of the key festivities is certainly the parade that we have. And so we'll begin with you, our consultant for the parade. Tell us the date of the event, how long, and if there's still an opportunity or has a process begun for people to be involved in it?
We're so excited, and I'm so excited to be asked after many years to come back and work with the parade. Okay. The date is the 14th of October, Saturday the 14th. Mm-hmm. Lineup for the parade begins at 6 a.m. and the parade actually begins at 9. We've cut it this year to an hour and a half, okay, so people can get ready for that big game.
Yes.
And the one thing that we are really concentrating on this year is that we want all of our dancers and all of our participants to remember that it's a family-oriented event, mm-hmm, and we really don't want any lewd or suggestive dancing by anybody.
Sure.
We just have had, concerns, and we would like for people to be real respectful that there are lots of families there.
Very good.
But we're real excited, and we have just being able to put your application in, but if they call this week, because of the storm and the university being closed for several days, we will probably take applications for a couple of more days.
Certainly. And so is there a contact information? Do they email the application, call, come and pick it up? What does that process entail?
Well, if they'll contact Sue Polite Solomon, okay, in the Alumni Affairs office, we can email something. They will have to attach a check. So probably the quickest thing to do is to come and visit the Daisy Brown building on Lower Campus, mm-hmm, fill out your application, leave your money there, and you'll be assured that you have a spot.
Okay. Before we go into what we typically see in terms of the participants, I'd like these gentlemen to weigh in and let us know what your roles are and why is it key for law enforcement to be involved in such a major event. Yes, sir.
Our role is to, of course, support Albany State University. Mm-hmm. The ASU Police Department will escort the parade, and also we'll have officers strategically placed for crowd control.
Very good.
And so that everything will go and function accordingly.
Okay.
We'll be teamed up with, APD, Albany Police Department, and other agencies.
Okay. And we have some representatives from APD in the back. And no, sir, you're not APD, are you? Are you? Marshal. Okay. Yeah. Tell us your role, sir.
As our role as the Marshals Division, we're responsible for illegal vending and solicitation of sales during the parade. Over the years, the university has exercised our assistance in stopping people selling paraphernalia, shirts during the parade, because it's become a safety issue for them. People crossing the road back and forth, and families not able to just come out and enjoy the activity without people stopping them, sure, asking them to purchase things. So, for us, the parade route, we're asking that no vendors are selling any type of anything for us, food, shirts, any type of paraphernalia during and on the parade route during those times. They are allowed to set up at other locations with permission of the business owner, but not during the parade route nor during the parade time. At other areas around town, they can with permission of the owner and with the occupation tax certificate that they can apply for at our office.
Very good. There is definitely a process, and what, as you said earlier, what we've discovered over the years, this is homecoming. Albany State University's homecoming is such a huge economic driver for this community, for the city, certainly, and part of the region as well. And so, of course, inevitably, you will have some individuals who want to capitalize on that, and that's okay to a certain degree. There's some processes that you must follow. Right. Otherwise, there will be some repercussions or some consequences if you fail to do that.
You can be cited per violation up to a $500 fine.
Okay.
And so we will be out 6 o'clock that morning checking for people that's setting up without a license or selling or soliciting sale on doing the parade route.
Outstanding, outstanding. So all eyes are watching. You will be held accountable. Yes, sir. Tell us your role.
Albany Police Department, we're responsible for overall security of that downtown area. Traffic control means and making sure that we get people in and out safely. Great. There will be officers in plain clothes that you won't recognize. It'll be very secure, family fun event. We're asking when the parents come out. If you want to, bring your children with you, but stay with your children, monitor their behavior. Come as a family, leave as a family.
Outstanding. For
those that are coming to park, the parking decks will not be available downtown. You can park along the outskirts of the parade route itself. Just understand, if you park on the north side of the parade, your best route out will be heading north through town and not trying to cross the route. The route will not open until the parade is totally ended and all pedestrians are out of the area. When you do come in and park, valuables, if you do decide you want to bring value with you, please lock them in the trunk prior to getting out of your vehicle. It's best if you just leave that stuff at home.
Sure, sure. And what are some of the things that they cannot bring? The gentleman with the marshal's office certainly kind of touched on that, but are we allowed to bring lawn chairs, coolers, that type of thing? Do you discourage that?
We're going to recommend that you do bring lawn chairs with you. That'll give you somewhere to sit along the parade route. You don't have to worry about trying to stand amongst the crowd, sit down, relax. Sure. Once again, it's going to be an hour and a half long, so that'd be a long time to be standing. Absolutely no alcoholic beverages whatsoever. Very good. If you're caught, you can be charged. You can be arrested, placed in jail if necessary. And more than likely, you will be asked to leave the area if you do bring the alcohol. If you want to, bring your bottled water, small drinks like that, and that's totally acceptable.
Okay. I'm a big coffee drinker, man. Bring my
coffee is fine as well.
Let's discuss what the participants look like in terms of if I'm representing a particular organization. We touched upon the dancers. Who else is invited to participate in the parade?
Really everyone.
Okay.
Businesses, small and large. Certainly bands. I think bands are the glue that hold a parade together.
Yes.
Our theme this year is There's No Place Like Homecoming. And
nice.
With the two schools merging, it's such a wonderful title that the students themselves came up with. And there is no place like home.
Indeed.
And so we want to respect it, and we want to just have the best parade ever. But we're open to anybody that will follow our rules. We do have rules. Parade's a living, breathing thing, and so if you don't have rules, you fall apart very quickly.
Absolutely.
So we are being inundated now since the storm has passed with applications. So we're real excited about how the flavor of the parade is going to go.
Outstanding. And so I know in the past, historically, there's been an opportunity to compete. Will there be judges this year?
We will have judges.
Okay.
We have honed in on the categories, and we will have 4 or 5 judges, each with their own category to judge. That'll be a little more fair, so they're not trying to look at all the particulars all at once.
Sure.
And we think it'll be a much more fair and organized way. So each of our judges will have one category to look at, and there will be trophies given.
Okay. So there's still a small window in which you can submit your application to participate. Is there a fee that accompanies that application?
There's lots of, there are fees. It depends on what the entries are. So again, what they need to do is either call me or they can call Sue Polite Solomon, and we'll be glad to explain the fees. But you really need to hurry up this week and get in.
Okay, very good. Any other comments besides certainly be safe? Anything, anyone like to weigh in on that? Remind us of the date again.
Well, the date is the 14th of October, and I think what I would like for everyone to know, we want the entire community to support.
Yes.
As you mentioned at the beginning of the program, it is the largest impact on our community financially, and so it benefits all of us, whether we've gone to Albany State University or not. So I want to invite and encourage all of Albany to come out for this wonderful parade. If they've not seen it before, they're in for a treat.
I would agree. I would agree. I would agree. Any other comments, gentlemen?
Come in, be safe. Understand that 6 a.m. that morning, Pine Avenue from Byron Road to North Monroe Street will be totally shut down to traffic.
Okay.
We're only letting in parade participants in. The remaining portion of Pine Avenue will be blocked as we go along, and then the intersection of Jefferson and Pine will be shut down at 8 a.m. that morning for the parade.
Okay.
So plan your routes accordingly. If you have to work in that area, the alleys will be accessible. You can come down the alleys and park in the rear of those businesses and come out and have a great day.
Very good, very good. Well, we're looking forward to it. Thank you so much for all of the work that you do, not just that day. I think we lose sight of that, the preparation. We were discussing that briefly before we actually started taping, that this begins early, and it can be a very tedious process. Majority of it is volunteer work, and again, what you all have done in the past is just to make it certainly enjoyable and a very seamless process. So thank you on behalf of the city and certainly Albany State University for the work that you do.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Viewers, thank you so much for joining me for this edition of Realizing Potential. I'm Wendy Wilson, and I will see you next time.